Okay, once again, good evening, class. My name is Marion Lee Cochran, and I'm here to have a discussion with you guys about obesity. And who's exactly to blame for someone becoming obese. First of all, let's start with what is obesity exactly, and is it the person's fault, like I said, for becoming or being obese, or is it the product that they're eating or the restaurant's fault, for that matter? Um, Obesity, in a simplistic term, is basically an imbalance of energy and the basic the imbalance of energy consumed and the burned energy from that energy that is consumed. Um, can we really blame it on genetics? Mm, it's debatable. There's really no hard evidence that states that it's your genes that makes it biologically possible for the advancement of diabetes. I mean, so who exactly, like I said, do we blame here? Do we actually blame the food, or do we blame the person for choosing to eat this food? Let's do a comparison here. If I was to grab a rock and I was to go to my next door neighbor's house and I was to throw that rock through the window, let me think about it for a minute. Is it that rock's fault, or is it my fault for throwing the rock through the dang window? I'm gonna go off on a limb here and say it's my fault. And if someone was to go to jail, it's not gonna be the rock going to jail. So let that one. Let's think about that for a minute. You know, one interesting point that I was looking at on the internet, that was interesting to me is and stood out to me, was that if you look at obesity from an environmental standpoint, obesity is limited to unhealthy behaviors. And by unhealthy behaviors, I mean watching TV, um, choosing not to do a lot of physical activity. Not that you have to do a lot of physical activity, but not doing enough to prevent obesity from happening to your own body. Um, and basically, eating high calorie foods, which is a big one, and not burning all those excess calories. Um, this contributes to a lot of obesity in the with our youth, for one, and not only our youth, but our young adults and grown big adults in general. Um, that was according to S.G. Nielsen. Um, and his book was Trends in Food Locations and Sources Among Adolescents and Young Adults, Preventative Medicine, and that was published in 2002.